You've been told that a high salary is the ultimate finish line. You've been conditioned to believe that if you just climb one more rung on the corporate ladder, you'll finally be safe. But relying on a single salary is like trying to hydrate an entire garden with a single glass of water. If that glass breaks, if the economy shifts, if your boss changes their mind, or if your industry is disrupted by AI, your entire life withers in an instant. Real wealth isn't about the size of one check, it's about the number of valves you control. Today, I'm going to show you why your stable salary is actually your biggest vulnerability, and how to build a floodgate of income that no one can shut off. Welcome to our community of strategic builders. On this channel, we don't just talk about making money, we talk about engineering financial dominance. My mission here is to strip away the traditional lies about employment and replace them with high-level profit blueprints. We dive deep into the mechanics of wealth, the psychology of the market, and the raw, unvarnished truth about what it takes to own your time. If you're looking for fluff, you're in the wrong place. But if you're ready to transition from a paycheck-dependent earner to a multi-stream architect, let's get to work. Let's start with a hard realization I had years ago. I was working with a client named Robert. Robert was a senior VP at a Fortune 500 company. He earned $450,000 a year. To most people, Robert had made it. But Robert was the most terrified man I had ever met. Why? Because Robert had single source dependency. Every luxury in his life, his $2 million home, his kids' elite education, his reputation, was held up by one single pillar: his salary. He couldn't speak his mind at work. He couldn't take a vacation without checking his email every 10 minutes. He was a prisoner in a gold-plated cage. I call this the salary trap. A salary is a drug that employers give you to forget your dreams. It creates an illusion of safety that prevents you from building real security. When I looked at Robert's situation, I told him, "You aren't earning $450,000. You are one restructuring away from earning zero." True financial security doesn't come from the amount of money you make. It comes from the diversity of its origins. If you have 5 streams of $2,000 a month, you are infinitely wealthier than someone with one stream of $10,000. Why? Because if one stream fails, you still have 80% of your lifestyle intact. If the $10,000 stream fails, you have a catastrophe. We are living through the greatest shift in labor history. In 2026, the word stability in a job description is practically an antique. Most people view their salary as a guaranteed return, but in business terms, a salary is a high-risk investment. Imagine putting 100% of your life savings into a single stock. Any financial advisor would tell you you're insane. Yet most people put 100% of their earning capacity into a single employer. I remember a breakthrough I had when I lost my first major consulting contract. It was 70% of my firm's revenue. I had become complacent. I thought the salary of that contract was forever. When it ended, I felt the ground disappear under my feet. That failure was my greatest teacher. It taught me the Antifragile Framework. To be wealthy, you must be anti-fragile. You must be set up so that when the world gets chaotic, you don't just survive, you thrive. Multiple income streams aren't just extra money, they are shock absorbers. They allow you to say no to bad deals and yes to risky opportunities that your stable peers can't afford to take. When I advise high net worth individuals, we don't just add streams randomly. We build an ecosystem. If all your income streams are tied to the same industry, you haven't diversified, you've just multiplied your risk. You need 3 distinct types of streams. The primary engine, active. This is usually your highest earning activity. It's where you trade your expertise for top dollar. For most, this is the salary or the main business. The scalable asset, leveraged. This is income that isn't tied to your hours. It's the digital product, the book, the automated service, or the affiliate partnership. This is where you disconnect your time from your bank account. The passive portfolio, invested. This is money making money, dividends, rental income, or interest. The mistake I made early on was trying to build all three at once. I ended up with 3 tiny trickles that didn't matter. The secret is sequential scaling. You master the primary engine, you use the excess from that engine to fund the scalable asset, and you use the profits from both to build the passive portfolio. Let's get one thing straight. I hate the term side hustle. It sounds like something you do in your spare time for pocket change. If you want a salary replacing income ecosystem, you need to stop hustling and start founding. A side hustle is driving for a rideshare app. That's just another job with a different boss. You're still trading time for money. A stream is an asset you own. I once coached a graphic designer who was exhausted by her 9-to-5. She started side hustling as a freelancer at night. She was even more exhausted. I told her, "You haven't created a second stream. You've just opened a second front in a war you're already losing." We shifted her strategy. Instead of freelancing, she spent 2 hours a day building a library of high-end design templates for a specific niche, boutique wineries. For 6 months, she made $0. Then the stream opened. Today, those templates earn her more than her original salary, and she doesn't have to lift a finger to sell them. The lesson is, don't build more work, build mechanisms. This is the part no one tells you about. Multiple income streams change your personality. When you have one salary, you are subconsciously a supplicant. You have to please your employer because they hold the keys to your survival. This leads to middle management stress, the constant anxiety of being liked and being essential. The moment my third income stream surpassed my living expenses, my confidence in boardrooms changed. I wasn't there to beg for a contract. I was there to offer a service. I became more valuable to my clients because I didn't need them. This is the independence premium. When you have multiple streams, you negotiate from a position of strength. You can take bigger risks in your primary job, which ironically often leads to faster promotions and higher raises. People can smell financial desperation. When you remove that smell, you become a magnet for high-value opportunities. If it's so great, why doesn't everyone do it? Because of the threshold of pain. Building a second income stream is hard. It requires you to work a second shift for your future self while your current self is tired. Most people quit during the silent phase. That's the period, usually 6 to 18 months, where you are putting in the effort, but the stream is just a drip. They think, I spent 100 hours on this and only made $200. This is a waste of time. They're looking at the return on time instead of the return on asset. That $200 is infinitely more valuable than a $2,000 bonus from your boss. Why? Because you created that $200 from nothing. You built the machine. Once the machine works for $200, you can tune it to work for $2,000 and then $20,000. I nearly quit this channel and my newsletter 5 times in the first year. I was comparing my active consulting rate to my content creation rate. It made no sense on paper, but I kept going because I knew that the consulting rate was a one-off, while the content was an evergreen stream. We have to talk about the black swan, the unpredictable event that wipes out industries. In my decade of advising, I've seen industries vanish overnight. Travel in 2020, traditional retail in the 2010s. If your salary is in a black swan industry, you are a sitting duck. Multiple income streams are your survival insurance. But here's the advanced insight. Your streams should have low correlation. If you work in tech and your second income stream is tech stocks and your third is tech consulting, you're not diversified, you're triple leveraged. I tell my clients to build across different economies. The attention economy, content, ads, influence. The service economy, consulting, high-ticket skills. The asset economy, real estate, dividends, interest. The utility economy, software, products people need. When you span these economies, you become unkillable. A salary is a great tool, but it's a terrible master. It's meant to be the seed, not the harvest. If you're sitting there today with only one source of income, you're not stable. You're in a state of high alert danger. But that danger is your greatest opportunity. Use that salary to buy back your freedom, one stream at a time. Building wealth isn't about being the smartest person in the room. It's about being the person with the most options. If you're ready to start building those options, you're in the right place. Hit the subscribe button and join the circle of profit architects. I'll see you in the next video.